In the world of coin collecting, few stories capture the imagination quite like the tales of error coins. Those accidental masterpieces that slipped through the minting process and went on to become rare treasures worth a fortune. And among them, the 2012 U.S. Lincoln 1-cent penny error coin holds a special place. What might appear to be just a simple copper-colored cent in your loose change could, in fact, be worth thousands, sometimes even more, if it carries the right kind of flaw. This little coin, stamped with the image of America's beloved 16th president, Abraham Lincoln, has stunned collectors and enthusiasts across the country for its surprising value, mysterious errors, and captivating backstory that let's step into the fascinating journey of the 2012 Lincoln penny, a coin that proved that even the smallest denomination could command massive attention in the world of numismatics. It all began in 2012, a year like any other in the United States Mint's long history of producing coins for everyday use. Millions upon millions of Lincoln cents rolled off the presses from mints in Philadelphia and Denver, each one designed to be worth just a penny. But somewhere during that process, something went wrong. Terribly wrong, yet wonderfully for collectors. The U.S. Mint is known for its precision. Yet even with the most advanced machinery, human error or technical malfunction can lead to unique results. In this case, certain 2012 pennies emerged with remarkable defects that transformed them from pocket change into collector's gold. To understand why the 2012 penny became such a sensation, one must first appreciate its design and history. The obverse features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate his 100th birthday. His stoic gaze and dignified expression have graced the cent for over a century. On the reverse, since 2010, the Union Shield design replaced the previous Lincoln Memorial motif. This shield represents national unity and strength, with a bold banner reading E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many one. It's simple, strong, and deeply symbolic. But what truly made the 2012 Lincoln penny so famous wasn't its design. It was its imperfections. Among collectors, the words error coin are like a spark that ignites fascination and frenzy. The 2012 penny has several known varieties of errors that make it stand out. Some have double dies, where parts of the image or lettering appear to have been stamped twice, giving a shadowed, overlapping effect. Others have die cracks, fine lines, or raised bumps running across Lincoln's portrait or the shield, the result of a damaged die used in minting. Then there are off-center strikes, where the coin's image is not properly aligned, leaving a crescent-shaped blank space on one side. Perhaps the most astonishing examples are the 2012 Lincoln cent struck on the wrong planchet. Planchets being the blank metal disc coins are stamped on. In some instances, pennies were accidentally struck on dime or foreign coin planchets, making them lighter or of a completely different color and composition. Imagine finding a penny that shines like a dime or weighs less than usual. That's the kind of error that can make your heart race if you know what you're holding. Collectors have reported 2012 pennies with missing layers of copper, revealing the zinc ore beneath, giving them a strange silvery appearance. Others exhibit blistering, where gas trapped between the metal layers creates bubbles on the surface. These are all rare minting defects that, in the world of numismatics, add enormous value. Depending on the error type and condition, a 2012 Lincoln penny can fetch anywhere from $500 to an astonishing $15,000 or more in auctions. Some highly unique double die, obverse, or off-metal errors have even reached figures near $20,000, turning an everyday coin into a dream find. The story of these rare 2012 pennies spread like wildfire across online forums and coin enthusiast communities. Videos and articles surfaced showing collectors who discovered unusual pennies in their spare change. One such tale told of a man in Ohio who found a 2012 penny that looked slightly off-color, only to discover under magnification that it was struck on a dime planchet. When he sent it for grading, experts confirmed the error, and the coin later sold for several $1,000s. Another collector discovered a 2012 D. Lincoln cent with an extremely pronounced die crack running across Lincoln's head, resembling a lightning bolt. A one-of-a-kind find that brought in a high bid at a coin show. That it's this unpredictability that makes collecting error coins so thrilling. Every time you pick up a penny, there's a chance, however small, that you could be holding a rare treasure worth thousands. The key is knowing what to look for. Collectors often recommend checking the lettering, Lincoln's eyes, the shield's lines, and the edges for any irregularities. A simple magnifying glass can reveal tiny doubling, cracks, or shifts that could mean the difference between 1 cent and several $1,000s. Beyond its value, the 2012 Lincoln penny represents a deeper truth about history and craftsmanship. Each coin, whether perfect or flawed, carries the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, a man who rose from humble beginnings to become one of America's greatest leaders. The cent bearing his image has been a symbol of perseverance, honesty, and unity for more than a century. It's fitting, then, that even a flawed version of this coin carries such immense worth, as if to remind us that imperfections can hold extraordinary beauty and value. Coin experts and grading companies like PCGS and NGC have authenticated and graded several notable 2012 penny era coins. Those graded in high mint state, MS, conditions with clear, visible errors are especially prized. A 2012 double die obverse with strong doubling on In God We Trust and Liberty once fetched nearly $12,000 at a private sale. Meanwhile, off-center strikes exceeding 50%, where Lincoln's face is partially missing but the date remains visible, have drawn bids of $8,000 or more. There are even examples of 2012 pennies missing their entire reverse design due to die fill or striking malfunction, an extremely rare and eye-catching error. Another famous specimen was discovered with a Union shield completely missing its central lines, creating a ghost-like effect that stunned experts. These mistakes, while seemingly trivial, have created an entire market of passionate collectors who will pay top dollar for unique variations. But how did these mistakes happen in the first place? The U.S. Mint operates under strict quality control, but given the sheer number of coins produced, billions each year, minor lapses are inevitable. A misaligned die, a cracked planchet, or even a momentary glitch in pressure or temperature can result in an error coin. Most are caught and melted down before release, but a few slip through and enter circulation, waiting to be discovered by an observant. And it's worth noting that many of these error coins were produced at the Denver Mint, marked with a small d below the date, while others came from Philadelphia, which bears no mint mark. Both versions have yielded valuable finds, though the Denver minted ones tend to attract higher bids due to a greater variety of reported errors. Today, the 2012 Lincoln penny error coin stands as one of the most talked about modern errors of the 21st century. It bridges the gap between modern minting technology and the timeless charm of collecting. In an age dominated by digital payments and virtual currency, the idea that a single copper-plated zinc coin from 2012 could be worth thousands feels almost magical. It's a reminder that history, art, and luck can combine in the most unexpected ways. Collectors continue to hunt for these elusive treasures, sifting through rolls of pennies, searching change jars, and checking every coin under magnification. And while not every 2012 penny holds a hidden fortune, the excitement of possibly finding one fuels the passion that drives numismatics forward. For many, it's not just about the money. It's about the story, the mystery, and the thrill of uncovering something extraordinary. Imagine finding a 2012 Lincoln penny in your pocket change, only to notice that Lincoln's image seems slightly doubled or that the shield looks misaligned. That simple observation could change your life in an instant. Many collectors have learned this firsthand, with small discoveries leading to major rewards. The moral? Never overlook the details. Sometimes the smallest coin can carry the biggest surprise. The next time you hold a 2012 U.S. Lincoln 1-cent coin, take a closer look. Examine its surface, its shine, and its details. Somewhere out there, in jars, drawers, and forgotten wallets, may lie a rare error penny waiting to be found. A coin worth not just 1 cent, but thousands, perhaps even tens of thousands. The 2012 Lincoln penny is proof that even in a world of precision and mass production, beautiful mistakes can still happen. And when they do, they can turn ordinary people into lucky collectors overnight. This coin isn't just a minting error. It's a symbol of hidden value, of overlooked details that hold great significance. It's a story of chance, discovery, and the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln's image on America's most humble coin. So keep your eyes open, because your next great treasure might just be hiding in plain sight, disguised as a 2012 penny that's anything but ordinary. Imagine this. You reach into your pocket, pull out a handful of change, and among the dull clink of coins, you spot a simple 2014 U.S. Lincoln 1-cent penny. You think nothing of it at first. It's just another cent, right? But what if that small, copper-colored coin in your hand wasn't worth 1 cent at all? What if it was worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? That's the magic and mystery behind the 2014 Lincoln penny era coin, a fascinating piece of numismatic history that continues to capture collectors' imaginations across America. To understand why this tiny coin has gained such a reputation, we have to look back to the origins of the Lincoln cent itself. First introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, this coin has stood the test of time as one of the most beloved and recognizable coins in U.S. history. Lincoln's face on the obverse, the front, has become an enduring symbol of honesty, leadership, and perseverance. Over a century later, the penny still carries his image, representing both history and everyday life in America. By 2014, the U.S. Mint had been producing billions of Lincoln cents each year, with mints in Philadelphia and Denver churning out coins in enormous numbers. The design was the same as it had been since 2010. Lincoln's dignified portrait on the front and the Union shield on the reverse, a strong and simple emblem symbolizing unity and strength. The inscription E Pluribus Unum stretches across a ribbon atop the shield, translating to out of many, one. But while the design was meant to be perfect, the reality was that perfection sometimes slipped through the cracks. Literally. Somewhere during the massive production process, a few 2014 pennies came out different. Subtle mistakes, small shifts, and unexpected defects gave birth to what collectors now call the 2014 Lincoln penny era coins. These tiny imperfections, invisible to the casual eye, have made certain 2014 pennies worth far beyond their face value. For seasoned collectors and sharp-eyed treasure hunters, this discovery became a modern-day gold rush. Among the most notable and valuable 2014 penny errors are the double dies, die cracks, off-center strikes, and wrong planchet errors. Each of these types tells its own unique story. A double die error occurs when the design elements are imprinted twice on the coin due to a misalignment during the striking process. On a 2014 penny, this can make the inscriptions like "In God We Trust" or "Liberty" appear doubled or shadowed, creating an eye-catching and valuable effect. Depending on the intensity of the doubling and the coin's condition, these can sell for hundreds to even thousands of dollars. Then there are the die cracks, tiny raised lines or bumps that form when a minting die begins to wear or fracture. Some 2014 Lincoln pennies have dramatic die cracks that run through Lincoln's portrait or across the Union shield, giving them an almost lightning-like appearance. These natural flaws, while unintended, have turned common coins into prized collectibles. A particularly striking example discovered in Texas features a long, raised crack running diagonally from Lincoln's nose to the rim of the coin. It later sold for several $100s at auction. Another exciting type of 2014 error is the off-center strike. This occurs when the blank planchet isn't properly aligned under the die, causing the design to be imprinted off-center. The more off-center the image, the rarer the coin becomes. If the date remains visible, collectors will pay a premium, sometimes several $1,000s for a coin struck more than 50% off-center. Imagine holding a penny where Lincoln's face is cut off halfway, leaving a crescent-shaped blank on one side. That mistake could be your ticket to an incredible payday, and perhaps the rarest of them all, the wrong planchet error. Occasionally, a Lincoln cent gets struck on a planchet intended for a different coin, like a dime or foreign denomination. In 2014, a few of these peculiar errors were reported. Lighter than usual pennies, slightly smaller in diameter, or with a silvery tone instead of copper. One such coin, believed to be struck on a dime planchet, stunned experts when it sold for nearly $10,000. A tiny difference in metal composition or size can make all the difference in value. Collectors have also found 2014 pennies with missing layers of copper, revealing the zinc core underneath. These incomplete plating errors give the coin a blotchy or silvery look. Some even have blistering or bubbles on the surface due to trapped gas between the metal layers during the plating process. Each of these small imperfections adds a layer of uniqueness. And in coin collecting, uniqueness equals value. So, what makes these errors so valuable? It's not just rarity, it's also the story they tell. Each error coin represents a moment when the U.S. Mint's precision machinery faltered, producing a one-of-a-kind result that no human could replicate exactly. In a world where billions of identical coins exist, that one mistake becomes something extraordinary, something worth chasing. In fact, the popularity of error coins has grown massively in recent years thanks to collectors sharing their finds online. Stories spread of ordinary people discovering rare 2014 pennies in their pocket change, only to learn they were worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. One woman in Florida noticed that the shield on her 2014 penny looked strange. Some of the lines appeared missing and uneven. After having it appraised, she learned it was a dye deterioration error, and the coin sold for over $800. Another man from California found a 2014 D penny that was clearly off-center, with Lincoln's face only partially visible. That flawed penny sold for over $3,000. Auction records confirm that high-grade 2014 era pennies, especially those certified by grading services like PCGS or NGC, can command impressive sums. Coins with strong doubling, visible die cracks, or off-metal strikes have fetched between $1,000 and $15,000, depending on rarity and condition. One especially stunning 2014 penny graded MS 66 with a dramatic double die obverse was auctioned for close to $9,500. That's a life-changing discovery hiding in plain sight. But the fascination with these coins goes beyond their monetary value. There's something poetic about a flawed coin bearing the image of Abraham Lincoln, a man who himself faced trials, imperfections, and immense challenges in his life, yet emerged as one of America's greatest leaders. In a way, these era coins carry that same message. Even imperfections can become symbols of greatness and value. For coin hunters, the thrill lies in the search. Every roll of pennies, every handful of change holds the potential for discovery. Collectors advise examining 2014 pennies under good lighting and with a magnifying glass, paying close attention to the inscriptions, Lincoln's features, and the details on the Union shield. Look for doubling, cracks, color variations, or misalignments. Even slight irregularities can be the key to unlocking hidden worth. While the majority of 2014 pennies are made of copper-plated zinc and worth just 1 cent, those few rare era coins remind us that treasure can truly come from the most unexpected places. In today's world, where digital money and cashless payments dominate, it's easy to forget the tangible history that coins carry. Each penny that passes through your hands has journeyed through countless pockets, wallets, and moments of life. Some ordinary, some extraordinary. And once in a while, one of those pennies carries a secret story that changes everything. The 2014 Lincoln 1-cent era coins have become modern legends among collectors. They represent the beautiful accidents of craftsmanship, moments where human and machine imperfection created something remarkable. Whether it's a doubled inscription, a cracked die, or a wrong metal strike, each variation adds a spark of individuality to a coin designed to be identical to billions of others that S.O. Next time you see a penny from 2014, don't dismiss it. Hold it up to the light. Look closely at Lincoln's face, at the lettering, at the shield. That unassuming little coin could be a rare piece of American minting history, a collectible worth far more than you could imagine. People have found life-changing treasures in coins others would toss aside without a thought. It's a reminder that sometimes greatness hides in the smallest of places. The 2014 Lincoln penny proves that even a tiny error, born from a momentary lapse in precision, can turn something ordinary into something unforgettable. It's not just a coin, it's a symbol of chance, luck, and discovery. And somewhere out there, maybe in a coin jar on your kitchen counter, maybe in a forgotten drawer or the change from your morning coffee, a 2014 penny with a secret story might be waiting for you to find it. Check your pennies carefully, because the next big treasure might already be in your pocket, shining quietly, carrying history, and holding a hidden fortune behind that familiar face of Abraham Lincoln. Sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest surprises. Imagine holding a simple 2017 DUS Lincoln 1-cent penny in your hand, just a coin you've seen thousands of times, tossed into jars, pockets, and counters. But what if that same penny, barely worth 1 cent, could actually be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars? What if hidden in your everyday change lies a tiny piece of minting history, a rare era coin that collectors across America are desperate to find? That's the captivating story behind the 2017 D. Lincoln penny era coin, a coin that turned heads, broke expectations, and transformed ordinary people into lucky finders of hidden treasure. T.O. truly appreciate why the 2017 D penny is so special. We have to look at its roots. The Lincoln cent is one of the most iconic coins ever struck in the United States. It first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the decades, it's seen several design changes, from the wheat ears of the early years to the Lincoln Memorial introduced in 1959, and finally to the Union Shield design that began in 2010. By 2017, the penny had already spent over a century in the pockets of Americans, symbolizing endurance and the humble spirit of the nation. The 2017 penny follows the same familiar format. Lincoln's profile on the front, the Union Shield on the back, and inscriptions like "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 2017. The small D mint mark beneath the date shows it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the busiest U.S. mints, known for its precision and massive output. But even with state-of-the-art technology and strict quality control, no mint is completely immune to mistakes. And when mistakes happen, they can create some of the most fascinating and valuable coins ever to enter circulation. That's exactly what happened with the 2017 D. Lincoln 1-cent coin. Somewhere in the high-speed minting process, where billions of coins were being struck that year, a few slipped through with remarkable flaws, errors that turned them from simple cents into collectors' dreams. These weren't just minor blemishes. They were full-fledged minting errors, the kind that make numismatists, coin collectors, light up with excitement. One of the most famous errors found on 2017 D pennies is the double die error. In these coins, certain elements, like the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," or even Lincoln's profile, appear doubled. This happens when the die, the metal stamp that strikes the coin, shifts slightly between strikes, imprinting the design twice at a small angle. Under magnification, this doubling looks like a shadow or echo of the original lettering. Some examples show doubling so clear that it can even be seen with the naked eye. A 2017 D penny with a strong double die obverse can easily fetch hundreds of dollars, and in pristine condition, the price can soar into the thousands. Another exciting category of 2017 D errors involves die cracks, fine raised lines caused when the metal die starts to fracture from overuse. Some 2017 D pennies feature dramatic die cracks running through Lincoln's head, along the rim, or across the Union Shield. A particularly well-known variety, nicknamed the Cracked Skull Lincoln, shows a sharp raised line cutting through Lincoln's portrait, creating a lightning bolt effect. Coins with this type of error have been listed online for $50 to $300, depending on size and visibility, while extreme versions can command much more. Then there are the off-center strikes. This happens when the coin blank, called a planchet, isn't properly centered during striking. The result is a coin with part of its design missing and an empty crescent-shaped area along the edge. The further off-center the strike, the rarer the coin becomes, especially if the date is still visible. Off-center 2017, D pennies have sold for anywhere from $150 to over $1,000, depending on the degree of misalignment. But perhaps the rarest and most jaw-dropping 2017 D penny errors are those struck on the wrong planchet. A planchet intended for another denomination, like a dime or foreign coin, sometimes ends up in the penny press. When that happens, the coin comes out lighter, thinner, or a different color than usual. Imagine a penny that shines silver instead of copper, or one that feels unusually light in your hand. Such pieces are exceptionally scarce and have been valued at up to $15,000 or more. There's also the matter of missing plating errors, where the thin copper coating on the zinc core wasn't fully applied. These pennies appear silvery or partially discolored, revealing the raw metal beneath. Some 2017 D coins even show bubbling or blistering on the surface caused by trapped gas during the plating process. While these may look odd to the untrained eye, to collectors they represent unique minting mishaps, and valuable ones at that. Reports of 2017 D error pennies have come from across the country, often found in everyday pocket change. One lucky man in Kansas discovered a 2017 D penny with a visible die break that resembled a raised ridge across the Union Shield. After sending it to be authenticated by the professional coin grading service, PCGS, he was shocked when it was valued at nearly $800. Another collector from Nevada found an off-center 2017 D penny in a bankroll and sold it at auction for over $2,000. Stories like these have inspired countless Americans to start checking their pennies a little more closely. It's fascinating to think how something so small can hold such mystery and potential. The 2017 D penny may look ordinary, but to those who know what to look for, it's a coin filled with hidden secrets. Under a magnifying glass, you might see the faint doubling of letters, a thin raised line where the die cracked, or even a strange missing layer revealing zinc beneath the copper. These are the tiny imperfections that transform a common coin into a collector's prize. Though what's even more captivating is the symbolism behind it all. The Lincoln penny, featuring the face of a man who rose from humble beginnings to lead a divided nation, carries a message of perseverance and strength. It feels fitting that even a flawed version of this coin, a coin that wasn't struck perfectly, can still become something precious and sought after. It's as though the coin itself mirrors Lincoln's story. Imperfection turned into greatness. For collectors, the thrill is in the hunt. They search through rolls of pennies, examine coin jars, and check every bit of loose change, hoping to spot something unusual. It's a hobby that combines history, art, and luck. A simple flashlight and magnifier can be all it takes to uncover a treasure worth hundreds or thousands. And the 2017 D penny is one of those modern coins that keeps the excitement alive in the numismatic world. Professional grading services have confirmed and authenticated several types of 2017 D errors, making them official and desirable. Coins graded in mint state condition, MS 65 or higher, with dramatic errors are especially valuable. At coin shows and online auctions, a perfect 2017 D double die or off-metal penny can attract fierce bidding wars. Some collectors even specialize exclusively in Lincoln penny errors, building entire collections around the quirks and imperfections of the series. And while the values vary depending on rarity and condition, one thing is clear. The 2017 D Lincoln era penny has earned its place among modern American minting legends. From a 1-cent coin to potential 4-figure worth, it's proof that treasures can still be found in everyday life. The next time you get change back from the grocery store or dig through a coin jar at home, take a moment to check those pennies, especially the ones from 2017 with the little D mint mark. Hold them up to the light. Look for doubling on the letters, unusual cracks, or strange colors. You might just be holding a piece of hidden history, one that tells a story of imperfection, discovery, and unexpected value. What makes this story so irresistible is how it blurs the line between ordinary and extraordinary. The 2017 D penny isn't a coin most people would give second thought to. It's everywhere, in coffee shops, parking meters, and cash registers. Yet among those countless ordinary coins are a few extraordinary ones that slipped through the cracks, quite literally, of the minting process. Those lucky survivors now carry a value that defies their humble beginnings, that it's a reminder that even in a world of mass production and mechanical perfection, human error and a little bit of luck can still create magic. The 2017 D Lincoln penny proves that the smallest imperfections can lead to the biggest rewards. It's a coin that embodies the unexpected beauty of mistakes and the thrill of discovery. Don't overlook that little copper coin next time it jingles in your hand. Take a closer look. It might just be one of the rare 2017 D Lincoln penny errors, a coin that turns the ordinary into the extraordinary, 1 cent into thousands, and a simple moment of curiosity into an unforgettable discovery.